Ladies and gentlemen, on table number 7, another blockbuster match between Jinte up against Rashida Mutesi, considered as the best female player on the continent, taking on Jinte on table number 7. Rashida Mutesi report to table number 7. On table number 5, Daniel Muli, Amos Netima. Daniel Muli, Amos Netima. This is Shujaa wa Timba, round of 32. Daniel Muli, Amos Netima on table number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, on table number 7, we have one of the finest shooters in the male category across the continent in Jinte, taking on one of the finest female player in the continent in the form of Rashida Mutesi. On table number 1, we have another blockbuster of a match between Amadeus and Maluva. Table number 7, we have a Malawian and a Ugandan. On table number 10, ladies and gentlemen, another blockbuster of a match between Pakanati Jimu from Zimbabwe taking on Azali Rukomwa from Uganda. Table number 9, table number 9. Azali Rukomwa, Pakanati Jimu. Daniel Muli, second call Daniel Muli, reports to table number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, next on the TV table, we shall be having the Shujaa wa Kenya champion, Brian Kiptalam Loto, taking on the African sensation, Chandiga Caesar. On table number 4, Penina Rose Jockey versus Lucy Francis. PR versus Lucy Francis. Penina Rose Jockey, PR. Proceed to table number 4.
Microphone check. Microphone check. Sound check. Q Pixels photography. In the meantime, this audio is now on three different platforms: Q Pixels Photography Facebook, Q Pixels Photography YouTube, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube. Same exact video, same exact audio, same exact Maluva leading Amadeus by 3 frames to 2, racing to 9. And these are the kind of games that as a streamer you stream and you don't even get tired of streaming, because you're not just streaming, you are enjoying. The beauty of the pool is that everybody who is involved in this sport has it at heart, has it as a passion. It can mean to be addictive for players, for fans. We are blessed to have the sponsor of this tournament in our midst as an African fraternity. I personally cannot thank him enough. Just allowing these pool players to share part of his money. And yes, I have to say that even streamers, for one of those very few times when we are paid for the work we do. Yes, thank you very much, Timba, Martin, for myself as a person, for fully sponsoring my trip and getting something paid at the end of the day. It really does feel rewarding when you are paid just to do something you love and you don't even need to be paid to have it done. Once again, thank you, Kenya. And I've been told, or will I say that I've been warned, that an even bigger tournament is coming in December in Nairobi. Wherever Kenya wants to take African football, God knows. Now the Timba XO, if it is confirmed as an annual com, as well as the Grand Channel, the leader tournaments that are having the biggest prize fund in the African continent so far. What is left to see of you, Kenya, is now your players winning the money that you put up on offer. Also, the one thing that I will have to mention on this live stream, which has been the single missing link in this otherwise very well planned tournament, is the fact that ladies are being made to play alongside men. If I had the right, instead of the man winning 11,600 US dollars, I just cut off that 1,600. The man wins 10,000, and the 1,000 I put it to ladies, even if they are 32 or 16, whatever. They compete, but playing against fellow ladies. Next time better. Outside of that, thank you very much, Timba. But now the people of Tanzania are about to thank Amadeus, because there is no better way to equalize than with one visit of the table, most especially given how brilliantly Maluva finished frame number 5. Amadeus's frame number 6 will be an equalizer with black to the center pocket, and yes, the frame is done. Maluva 3 and Amadeus 3. Thank you guys for tuning in or watching these matches on all 3 platforms that they are being streamed. It feels quite good when as a streamer people come in to watch it feels very rewarding. It means that they are out, the work is being appreciated, even though it is a real challenge to stream games. For instance, you can imagine that yesterday I streamed the Shujaa wa Kenya up to 10 p.m. Thereafter, there was a money match between Ibrahim Kanja and I have to tell you that I decided to go and have some rest because I had to again wake up early. At about 1 a.m. there was Dog City versus Kelvin. Then I just decided that it was better to have some rest and then be fresh for this action that is happening today. But yes, Dog City did beat Kelvin, if I'm not mistaken, 11-6 or something. It was a one-sided match. But it's not one-sided in this one, because these two countries that are just around the southern end of Africa, including a part of Tanzania, which does belong to SADC in my opinion, at least by geographical location. Mighty Maluva, as he does like to call himself, queuing ever so well. The pattern should be yellow to the center pocket on the right, the other yellow, which is close to the red, to the corner pocket at the bottom right. Sorry, the center pocket was left, then the corner pocket is bottom right, then the last one, which is packed at the corner pocket at the bottom right, will give him white for black to the center pocket, and that will be clearance number 4 for Mighty Maluva. I have to say, I have to admit, I like watching this guy play. I just like his game. He plays game the way it's supposed to be played. Once he perfects his game, he will be a big problem to anybody on the African continent. Last 2 events that he did participate in internationally were the World Heibo Championships, where he performed reasonably well, one of the better performing players on the entire African continent himself, alongside the Caesar and most especially the South African Jason Theron. And then at the Queen's Sports Club WF Championship, which happened in his own home country in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, a month ago, he lost out to Aiden Joseph, the eventual winner, in the round of last 32. But here he is, producing magic like Malvan Mokonza normally does, placing the white ball in a position he would have fancied even though he were to place it by hand, and leads again. What a match we are having on our hands. Zimbabwe 4, Tanzania 2. Thank you for watching. Cheyune Jose supporting Maluva on Climax photography, while Tavonga Mzufti, of course, supporting the Mighty Maluva also on Climax photography. Dr. Ndowo supporting Maluva on Peter Show Live. Xavier Mhandu supporting Maluva. It seems Maluva has the biggest share of the fans. Polite Mungari, thank you for watching. Clean Crypto is calling this an amazing African competition, and I can't agree with you anymore. Here comes Amadeus. It could very easily be the break shot that could define who of these two players will be taking down the other. For frame number 8, we have gotten a dry break from Amadeus. At least for the last 2 frames, every time that he has been given a chance to play Maluva, he has been clearing them in one turn on the table. If he does get to finish this red frame, I will for the first time in the match call him a favorite to go to the second round. It would really be so encouraging for whoever of these players takes the other. When you start with a player as hard can really get, and then you get to beat them, it can be very encouraging for you for the rest of the matches you are involved in the tournament. Not so many times as Africa have a tournament this big. Rest to 9 first round and single elimination. That's the thing with the Kenyan tournaments. Other organizers in Zambia and Zimbabwe and elsewhere, they normally give 2 lives to these players, but does have one. And the big ones that have been happening in Kenya, like I did I did inform when we were making publicity for this tournament, the most successful country in Kenyan organized tournaments by a big country mile are the Ugandans. In fact, of the last maybe 7, if not 8 international tournaments that have been organized in Kenya, of the last 8, 7 have been won by Ugandans. And the one and only which wasn't won by a Ugandan was won by Saif Hamad of Tanzania. He did beat Ian Kazibe of Uganda in the final. And then Tanzanians second. Kenya is that one major hosting country that hasn't been a good hunting ground for South Africa and the other countries in the SADC region. And some of the most successful players in Kenya have not participated in this tournament so far. They have not Sanford given Jinte 5, Rashida Motese 3, Pakanat Jimo 3, Hazard Lakuma 2. Those ones are the ones that you who are watching this will be having the biggest amount of interest in. Welcome to Climax Photography, Clive Mawire, Richard Masundire. You're saying something about the network. I am looking at the stream just like you do. From where I am, it's looking pretty neat and clear. Maybe it is something on your stream, on your phone. Gideon Chinembiri, also thank you for watching. I don't know why we don't have so many watching from Tanzania. In this brilliant piece of action, top class action in terms of Africanism. With viewers combined on Facebook and YouTube and the different platforms, well close to 1,500. That is when I say thank you, Africa.
You see where I put the camera? Where that guy is standing. That one.
Initiative Metit, second call. Initiative Metit, second call. Proceed to take number 2.
In the meantime, I am dedicating this live stream to the beautiful, I will call it when I went to stream the Queen's Sports Club double live tournament at Queen's Sports Club about 5 weeks ago, I felt bad coming back. That is how good I felt during my 10 days stay of Zimbabwe streaming pre-tournament money matches, the tournament itself, as well as post-tournament money matches, about 7 of them, especially that marriage between Kelvin and Jerry, which I'll be trying my best to ensure that they play again. I will have to, even if it means extending my stay in Kenya to stream that game again. I really enjoyed their games. If it does happen, I hope you are watching. Mr. Towers from Blawayo. Your boy is always ready for action, even if you told him after playing his game today. And from wherever you're watching, as Amadeus is again playing equalizer. Thank you, Zimbabwe, from Blawayo to Chinoi to Kwekwe. Of course, to Harare. I reached a few places. The gate of Mbare, I just wanted to see where Eshka comes from. And then I got to understand why he is indeed Eshka, Mr. Neshka. Those of you who are watching this action from Norton, those are all places I reached. I also got a chance to see the oldest active aeroplane in the world with the name Air Zimbabwe. It has been in use for about 60 years and still going strong, up to the extent of being a regular mode of transport for President ED. That's a source of pride. It's one of Africa's source of pride, having the oldest aeroplane in the world, the ability to maintain it in good use. Thank you for all of you who are watching this from Queens. And once again, thank you for treating Africa to that very wonderful entertainment. I can even say that, well, this tournament is bigger in terms of the prize structure, but the entertainment, it has just started, but the entertainment has not yet gotten to the level of what we had at Queens. But it is promising to do so. Coming live next is Kenya's finest, Brian Kiptalam, taking on Uganda's finest in Caesar Chandiga. If I am able, I will be streaming that one on both Facebook and YouTube respectively, as the pride of Harare is aiming to make it 5. What a match we are having. These guys are cancelling each other out. They are both playing very, very, very well. If I had a chance, I would qualify both of them into the second round. But I cannot. They have to qualify themselves by cancelling each other out. You may want Maluva to put both red to the same corner pocket, top right of your screen. He will need one of the easier shots to put the black to the corner pocket on the top right. Put that is red, and then back to corresponding corner pocket, top left, right ball off the cushion into the yellow. Beautiful. And of course, this is the kind of black I like to say that even Francis Mukwekwe will always spot. Maluva 5, Amadeus 4. Anytime that this video buffers, kindly do not hesitate to advise me in the comment section. Then I could try out solutions like internet switch or something like that. Just a little bit of buffering. I'm just waiting for 30 seconds or so. If it doesn't sort out itself automatically, then we may try out an internet switch. Okay, now that it looks to be normalizing again. For the patients, all of you that are watching, what I can say to you is Maitabasa. Whatever Maluva is doing in this match, Amadeus is cancelling it out in the very next frame. That is why this match is the most special, at least so far, the most entertaining match in the tournament. And it could very easily be the match that has been played at the highest level in the competition so far. Two players shooting very well. I even feel bad to tell you that one of them will be out of the tournament in the next 30 minutes or so, irrespective of whom it may be, whether the Zim or the Zimbabwean. It is total class. Now this is the class of Amadeus Makizedek, the Tanzanian. Now equalizes against the Zim. 5-5 between Dar es Salaam and Harare. 5-5 between Mama Samia and Damzio. 5-5 between Zimbabwe and Tanzania. 5-5 between Maluva and Amadeus. Also, their dress code is exactly the same. Blue jeans, blue t-shirt, black canvas. The only difference is that Amadeus is not tucking in. Maluva is a guy that is so keen on fashion. The guy really likes to be smart. There's a time I went to pick him at the airport when he came to Uganda for the second time. He was wearing that blue suit. I just took a picture of him and I told him that if I were as small as you, I wouldn't allow you to take it out of the country when you're going back. Here he is, he needs a big break. I'm not so certain how much time is left, but the break needs to be big.
From Zambia, taking on Milton Ochieng from Kenya.
Mafia is
What is Mafia? Milton Ochieng.
Thank you for watching. Amadeus, Jason Mopambani. You think Maluva is getting out? He could get in. It could easily go either way this match.
Last call, Elisha Kipmetich. Elisha Kipmetich, last call on table number 2.
And wherever you are as a fan, this is the best advertisement for African pool so far in this competition. Money matches and tournament matches combined, and by a good country mile. You can't have this quality in round number one. Clearance after clearance after clearance after clearance. The table is okay, but it's not all that favorable. Not one of those tables from Uganda, not like Super League, not so welcoming every time a ball gets close to the pocket, but these guys are really finishing well. I think I will want to play that yellow ball near the center pocket on the left to the corner pocket at the bottom left. White ball opening up that yellow, which is in between three reds at the right end of the table. Maybe red off the yellow, maybe the corner pocket instead of the bottom right. That's what he's doing. The frame opening shot, opening up that yellow ball near the center pocket on the right is the one he will want to do last. Maybe he may want to bounce white ball off the cushion, move it towards the top end of the table to put both yellows to the same corner pocket at the bottom left. Maybe it's, after all, the most effective, either opening or play the white ball round the reds and the yellow. He has opened it, but not open enough. I think what he got wrong in his execution, he did not make up his mind entirely between either opening or playing the white ball round the reds. He is in trouble with a capital T, and playing a guy against a guy like Amadeus, playing as good as Amadeus is doing. This one spares like Maluva losing the frame, as if he's having the little sight of the yellow. Could he cut it? Could he do out something? No, it is a foul. Advantage Tanzania.
Timothy Bonida, Saka, taking from Joel Riyad. Joel Riyad from Kenya, Timothy Bonida.
And yes, Amadeus rightly decides to play Maluva's yellow dead. One of those frames which in my country pool fans will call fighting inside a sack. When you have one ball on the table and it is dead for the execution, when your opponent is the one who calls shots, Maluva can only wait and watch and pray and hope that something does go wrong with the Amadeus playing pattern. Otherwise, this frame is long gone from the Zimbabwean. Last time out that I streamed a match involving Amadeus was at the Grand Mchana round of last 64. He played against the eventual third place player, South Africa's Jeremiah Naido. That match ended 7-6, Jerry winning only by a decider. And not so many times have I seen Jerry celebrate as big as he did on that day. Big miss, also unexpected miss. At least for him, he had already played Maluva's yellow dead. Very few options Maluva will be having here. Banking the yellow to the center pocket is very difficult because of how narrow the center pocket looks. Banking to either of the top corner pots is also tricky. May have to play yellow off two cushions and off the red. Maybe if he cuts that yellow ball sharp on the right, naturally it moves at the top end of the table on the left. But it looks as though its passage to the corner pocket is blocked by a little bit of that red which is near that corner pocket. But it seems it is the shot that Maluva is contemplating in mind. Play that yellow to the position where he's having his body at that corner pocket. There he goes. How good will he be? No, he won't. He gets even worse as he puts white for the last time in the frame, because never in 100 times will Amadeus be allowing you on the table when given a chance as good as this. Here comes the touch that is taking Amadeus into a lead in this match. Edu, thank you for watching. You're asking whom Caesar will play. He will play with Brian Kiptalam, the guy who defeated him in the last edition of the ATA Africa Super 8 comp in one of his lives, but then took his second life to the final, which he lost to Kelvin. That is not what we are watching. We are watching Amadeus taking the lead here against mighty Maluva. The Tanzanian leads now by 6 frames to 5 with under 30 minutes to go. Another Zimbabwean, Timothy Onida Sakala, is going to be playing against Kenya's Cole Riak. And very shortly, Francis will be starting a stream of that baby. Many of you will be running to that stream after this ongoing one. Samuel Zion is asking about Herbert, the young boy. Herbert has already won his tournament. Yes, he has won. He has secured a scholarship from the sponsor of this tournament because he's young and talented, but has not been going to school. He's received a scholarship for his education from now until God knows when. Thank you, Timba XO, the owner of this venue, the sponsor and owner, has given him that scholarship, and yes, has given me that duty to make sure that it is actualized, and I am really proud to be entitled with that duty. I have to tell you, I'll be ensuring that the boy plays competitions only on weekends, but he has to resume school as soon as possible. Good enough. In the Ugandan education calendar, a term is only starting actually on Monday, so he will be pretty much on time. In the meantime, Malvan 5, Amadeus 6, timeout Maluva.
Stephen Kamau, Solomon Mwangi, proceed to table number 8. Solomon Mwangi, Stephen Kamau, table 8. Kindly players, you are advised to check your match schedules on your Q-score. Q-score, tumeweka hizo scores kwa simu na time and everything. Schedule iko hapo. Avoid jamming the TD's area. On table number 11, let us have Noah Etago, aka Flashboy, taking on Evans Kiprotich, aka the Sergeant. Noah Flash versus Vance.
You can see that it's not a bit.
We can exchange it.
If I'm not speaking with these people, it's not.
My sister one, but 10,000.
Okay. In the best match, the way they have been here before, like all these, I hope it was not the best from. Your mind is not exciting. One.
On table number 5, Diana Masharia up against Cynthia Gitao. Cynthia Gitao, Diana Masharia reports to table number 5.
This one, this is mine. But then I'm having this. To say something.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be joined by all of you watching this stream tonight. My name is Evan Sokacha, coming to you live through a couple of platforms. So those on Q Pixels Photography and those on Black and Finish Live. I'm sure you are getting this sound of voice loud and clear for one of the biggest matches on the cards for the night. Maluva, Sabo name, official name Malvan Mukonza, one of the best exports out of Zim yet, fresh from China as well, the Joy Hable Masters, where the ever efficient Chinese players made away with over 89 million Kenya shillings for the finalists. It's quite some distance, by the way, between the winner and the runners-up. Come to think of it, for the Timba XO pool carnival. The winner for this particular discipline walks away with, for the open tournament, walks away with the 1.5 million Kenya shillings, just about 11,600 USD thereabouts. It's quite some decent amount of money for a pool player to win over a weekend. By the way, I'm just fresh off the table. I've been playing in this open. I didn't do well. I happen to have lost very narrowly against an okay player in Edward Thuo, a Kenyan. The game between Rashida and Jinte, and I'll be finding you the updates just shortly. And besides me, I have a battery of journalists, Peter Chiobe and Kiboga himself, all the way from TZ. I think this place is a true carnival, really, because the serving is buffet. You pick and choose. So many links out there. You just have to decide what you want. Shall be back shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, not forgetting Leo, to put a DJ listening and hype there in the house. It's about to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, baadaye sherehe kuruka. DJ listening and hype that will be in the house. Leo, with the Timba XO, sherehe kuruka. Ladies and gentlemen, on table number 7, we have an East African battle between Patrick Nyambusi and Gumikiriza Alfred.
Sorry guys for the network buffer that has been happening for the last 1 minute. I will pray that it does stop immediately. You've seen for some moments in the match it has been happening. When that does happen, it is not because of the streamer, it is because of the internet quality of Safaricom Kenya, which is no longer as good as it used to be back in the day. I think because of internet traffic from where I'm at, it is starting to get better and better, but slowly, but slowly. Sometimes I follow up players when they have timeouts, just to see who is talking to who, what are they talking. Now, I think Maluva's main term from timeout that was Dr. Rango, the Zambian. He was the one that was beefing him up. I think he advised him to slow up because Amadeus is equaling his attacking game. Maybe it has come into play because frame number 12 has been played at the slowest speed of all in the match, and it is one that is seemingly going in the favor of Maluva. But first, he has to put that yellow ball diagonal into the corner pocket at the top right of the screen. He simply has to be on target, in my opinion, and the pot of black will be a formality. If he's on target, beautiful. That was concentration plus. The pocket was looking very narrow from his angle. He has just gotten himself a heavy, deep breath before aiming for the back to the corner pocket, bottom right, and sinks it in and equalizes. Zimbabwe 6, Tanzania 6. There is ladies action ongoing. In the ladies Shuja, the ladies event for this championship has been made to be an absolutely Kenyan tournament, just to give Kenyan players chance to win. Because normally it doesn't go well when players from other countries are invited to participate. We're now having a rest of 3. I'm yet to ask the umpire how much time is left, but it has to be very little. That makes this frame actually very, very, very important. The umpire has just advised me that it's 17 minutes left before we end this match. That will live long in many of your memories, irrespective of who will be winning it. One of the closest matches to call, but so far in the tournament, and by a big distance, the best played match in the competition. Lots of very, very, very good pool. Now you can say when you have a match like this one, the tournament is underway. The Harare Express has been winning most of the 6 frames that he has been winning with 1 visit of the table. Same applies to the Dar es Salaam Express. And lest I forget, the next international tournament that is coming up will be happening in Dar es Salaam. The Q-Masters African Championship, also having the majority of these players that you are seeing in this one are home. In August shall be Dar es Salaam. Then Amadeus shall be the home player. As Maluva is left with 3 reds on the table, he will be mindful of the red which is in between the three. It's not just in between the two reds, it has a black and yellow to its left and right respectively. He will be playing either to open it up, maybe try and get accurate white for it, maybe have the white ball as close as possible for it. Spin with bottom, will be wanting to open it up, the opening is on. Unfortunately, black moves itself right in front of the opened red. That puts Maluva in trouble. I don't even know what he can contemplate here. There's no sight of the red ball which is on the right. He's trying to carve the white ball, mass shot around the yellow to find the red which is on the right, try and put it. It will be one of the better shots of the match if he does get it right. He may even play yellow first. Oh my god. That is why Maluva is a very, very intricate player. That is some of the magic that he has made us use to sing of him when he is on the table. And hopefully for him, finish off this frame after such a wonderful shot by him. Finish off this frame and regain the lead. He has to be on target. Very good stance, very good stroke, very good shot, very good pot. But I'm not so certain that there is passage of the black in between those two yellows to the corner pocket on the bottom right. Maybe there is. That's why he played the white ball the way he did. He will aim and shoot and misses. Oh no, not after playing so well. And like I've been saying before, almost each and every opportunity that Amadeus has been given to this like, he has been utilizing pretty effectively. And of course, we will be playing safety. Maluva will be snookered here. Off the bottom cushion, finding black will not be a very big problem. Potting it will be. And now you can clearly see that Amadeus has played every yellow in perfect space for him to try and finish the frame in one visit of the table if given a chance. And most likely a chance will be given. Off the cushion, finds black. What was important was to have it potted. If not potted, the frame is always going the way of the Tanzanian. Once again, Maluva is in trouble. Oh no. I cannot believe my eyes. Maluva cannot believe his luck. Not in 100 times do you see a player as clinical as Amadeus missing a yellow ball that easy. Not with 12 minutes left on the clock, not with the score tied at 6-6, not with the risk of losing and losing even the lead which he had about 15 minutes ago, as Maluva now seals the frame. At the second time of asking, it is Maluva 7 and Amadeus 6.
I mean, surely this, as I was saying earlier, is a pool carnival because there's just too much action happening everywhere at the same time.
Too much drama, too many celebrations, also too many sad moments for players that are losing quite painfully. I cannot imagine myself in the shoes of whoever loses this match after both players performing this well, and then one of them has to go out. I cannot imagine.
As tight as it is, can you imagine a player that came all the way from Tanzania only to lose to Rukia Niger because of being unsportsmanlike?
It was very good application of the rules. At the end of the day, this sport has to be portrayed to the public the way it needs to, not because someone has come in deciding to be very drunk and then coming to play. Although it is played in the bar, it remains a game, not just a game and a sport. It was very good application of the rules by tournament director Martin Kihato. You don't come to the table that drunk. and then you expect people to watch you play when you're visibly high, and then get the sports sponsors or something like that. It was very good decision making.
I mean, that's now what's makes part of the drama. But there's so much happening. At one point, I remember in the morning, a lot of flashing links with big matches on the card. Imagine Maluva is playing this side. Tanzania, arguably Tanzania one is playing here. Jinte has just been playing with Rashida right now. We've had action from a few players from Zambia as well.
Yes, also some all Kenyan clashes. I remember Crash is already out of the tournament.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, JC should be out of the tournament, and those are supposed to be top players also enjoying home advantage, but even home advantage is not enough. That speaks volumes of now the level of competition on the African continent. Actually, for Kenya, it's not going well. Even CT Collins Tuwei.
Imagine, by the way, Collins Tuwei is out. Collins Tuwei is out. JC is out. Crash is out. Even Sokacha is out.
I didn't expect that one. No.
Why is it funny?
The fact that you've mentioned it as though it's very surprising.
Oh my goodness.
But I have to say, I was really rooting for you to beat at least one person.
Yeah.
It will be a win for us as media men.
I'm so sorry I let you guys down, but we get to live to fight another day, right?
Yeah, it's just a game. That's why we love it. You never know what will happen until it does happen. Yeah,
indeed. And maybe as this game just catches fire on the business end of it, what is your comment about the level of organization of this tournament?
Top notch. The only missing link, in my opinion, is the fact that ladies are only playing against men. The fact that it is a well-sponsored tournament. I love the idea of the Shuja. It is excellent and perfect because many of the Kenyans are growing up as players, so they don't have to be forced to play with these international players like Maluva and Amadeus. So having the Shuja first is a neat idea. Even for the ladies, it is necessary because as a sport, it is not a sexist sport. It is for men as well as women. The reason why countries like South Africa and Uganda are having their ladies grow at a faster speed is because most of the tournaments, if not all, have both a men and a ladies event by the side. Their prices may be less because normally their numbers are less as well. But yes, they need the competition amongst themselves. They can sometimes you can challenge them by those who want can participate among us men, just make themselves better.
Yeah.
But their real competition is against themselves.
I totally agree, and the principle of equality even in payment for players.
Yeah.
While it's something that is really important as well, it goes it comes down to the interest, the level of interest of the funds, and therefore how revenue can be commercialized. And something with basketball, tennis. At least tennis there's parity in tennis now.
There is parity in tennis and athletics in the Olympic Games and sort.
Yeah.
But even in football, there is no parity whatsoever. But as for myself, mine is not just about parity in prizes because it's very understandable when their prizes are lower. But they need to be given a chance to compete against themselves. I was watching Rashida and Jinte, and what a mismatch it was. They are on two sides of the world. Jinte is top 3 on the continent men's category. Yeah, so even
The two goal head start was not enough. No?
it should be a hit start as big as possible because don't count it on Rashida, count it on Anna Kamau, count it on Pierre, the Penina Rose, count it on any player. What does 2 frames against these men mean? It's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
There's a time I organized the comp myself in Uganda. Then ladies, because I was making the rules, ladies, if they wanted to play against men, they were head started with +4 raised to 7. Because then the game is fair and matches were ending 7-6. Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for that piece of history there. Back to this game, it's gotten very close to home from Malvan. Malvan has pointed the black to go to 8. And probably let's catch up with a few comments on the stream so we can be able to engage the followers very properly. So just to catch up with some comments from way back, thank you so much, Wadada Jovan, Longoria Jules, Clean Crypto, Bruce Irwana, Dr. Ndo. All of you guys are really, really good company for us tonight.
I know that lady called Longoria Jules. She was one of she's a staff at a place where Maluva was resident when he was making that tour of Uganda for 2 weeks. So they are very good friends, definitely supporting Maluva.
Longoria should be very happy with this score, right?
Sure, but most of the happiness is coming from way down south in Harare and Bulawayo and Chinoi and Kwekwe, places like that.
Yeah, and there's only 6 minutes left of the clock. Do you think Tanzania 1 can do anything with this?
When it's 6 minutes left, Maluva can lose this match only when he's careless, because he doesn't even need to win a frame to win the match. You don't need to show off when the score is in your favor. Yes, because you have 40 seconds to take a shot. So does your opponent. That is not enough time to play unless Amadeus can have 2 apples, red and green respectively in the 2 frames. There's no reason why you can't call the match now in favor of Maluva.
Indeed. And of course, when these players know it very well, at this point they can properly manage a match, taking all the time they have in the world, asking for the extension they deserve in that frame, to grind down the time.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, just like that.
So we have Alfredo Jr. Say, has my boy Ibra Sejemba played yet? He plays at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Tonight. I have also just seen Aiden in the building, taking pictures. Aiden is standing behind the corner on my left, extreme left of the building. He's just probably checking out the environment and adjusting to.
He's one of those. He is the king of comps on the continent. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Nobody in the last 10 years has won even as close to the number of tournaments he's been winning. When he arrives at the venue, the whole
seems like Maluva wants to be very, very tactical with his frame. With only what am I saying? Is it 3 minutes on the clock? Yeah. 3 minutes and a few seconds on the clock there. And I know Maluva would want to pot and take 40 seconds before he takes another shot. He wants to properly grind down the time. Told you so. TikTok. Amadeus knows what's happening here. It's not even taking the entire time. Remember, every player is eligible to a 15-second extension. Opens that center pocket very, very nicely. He has very good transitions, Maluva. Have to really give him that. Probably wanting to go center, maybe both centers. 2 minutes and a half on the clock. Tick-tock. He cannot miss anything. The referee is not even staring at his clock now. As long as he remains on the table, he is in control of it. I think he will deliver the goods here. Officially, there's 1 minute, 59 seconds, and the countdown rages on. Very good shooting there. Maybe he's just not grinding down the time. Maybe he's going for the frame. 1 minute 20 seconds. TikTok is counting down. Amadeus can't wait. He knows it's done. I think Maluva knows how to do this. There's no stopping him now. It's not like he's really just wasting the time. I think he's going for the frame. He's going for a whole full 9-7. This is a very, very solid performance from the young man from Zimbabwe. And that should really be it. Actually, there's 30 seconds on the clock, and that's it. It's game over. It's game over. It's done. They will fist bump and share some pleasantries. He will take a round of congratulations and handshakes across the arena. It's played very well. Thank you so much for keeping us company for this one. I hope it was worth your time and you have enjoyed it. We shall be back to you shortly. Many more exciting matches.
The first player to win 3 consecutive Boston Marathon
Otherwise,
titles.
good night and goodbye. Final score: Malvern Konza 9, Melchizedek Amadeus 7.
GD Mato